Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Episode 8 of Say More. Thanks for sticking around. My name is Honeychile, and today we are listening to my song from 2018 called Goodbye. And right off the bat, I want to say that this is a Honeychile probably like you haven't heard before. Typically, I am either in a couple categories of moody, or jubilant. I guess I should give myself more credit. But today I'm really in this area where I'm expressing a little bit of like anger and frustration. So we're going to listen to how I express these in the song Goodbye, both lyrically and sonically. And let's take a listen. I hope you enjoy. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. 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 Go on and leave when you say you're leaving. Go on and go when you say goodbye. Don't wanna know where you are this evening. Don't try and wait for a reply when I say be gone now, be gone. Better be gone. Be gone now, be gone now. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. You won't ever hear me begging pity when I slam that door behind. Should've known you wasn't ready for this bumping grind when I say be gone now, be gone. Better be gone. Be gone now, be gone now. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. No, I don't want, no, I don't want, no, I don't want, no, I don't want. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. You know, they say you never really miss them till they gone. I wonder if I must be tripping, cause I'm here sipping while you off dipping we through. I'm done skipping to new. You wantin' all the things you pretend to be, and now you finding ways of offending me. My friend of me got me sitting up in friendlies with extra cheese, grinning cause I stay at ease. Nigga, please, you can pack it up in a doggy bag. Trippin', yo, you trippin', watch you trippin' over body bag. Goodbye, goodbye, you're trippin' over body bag. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I dedicate this to the one I've been trying to forget. Every time I'm looking somewhere else, you're there, and yet I should be scared, pulling out hairs. Wanna hear another one there? You nestle deep, buried about 10 to 20 feet at least. I'm forgetting what it's like to find peace, no sleep. I'm forgetting what it's like to find peace, no sleep. Shoot, it's just defeat. So many things I really want to say, but I can only think it the out of my way. Leave if that's really how you wanna play it, or stay cause either way, you're gonna make me say it. Leave if that's really how you wanna play it, just please don't make me say it. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Yeah, I told y'all this was gonna be a little different as far as it's still moody. And moody is kind of my MO. Just in life, I guess. But the idea of like translating anger or translating frustration, to pad and pen and then into the mic. This is a co-produced, situation, collaboration between myself and Jay Rich. And as you can hear, the song takes a kind of tonal shift at the end. So I want to start by talking about the production. If you've listened to and watched other episodes in this series, you know I've said a few times I'm a sucker for like minimal production. So when I produce, I really like to only use a few instruments at a time. Or when I arrange, I'm usually starting with like the bass voice and working my way up, but I'm not working up through too many other voices. And so the first bit of the song Goodbye is really just voice and bass. I want to talk really quickly about how I employed the tempo of this song. Because listening back to this for the first time in a minute, listening back to this recording, it is really interesting to hear when the harmony voices come in at the beginning. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. It's got this nice kind of three feel. And then when the bass comes in the second half of verse 1, it's got this very four feel. So it's like bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, ba-dum, goodbye, 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 bump, ba-dum, bump, bump, ba-dum, ba-dum. So right away, that really catches my ear. I know that was certainly intentional. That's something that I like to play around with, the kind of like time and meter and stuff like that. I can almost imagine myself like walking in the studio as I was writing this. It's got like a very walking pace to it. But almost like I'm pacing. I'm like I'm angry and I'm pacing the room that I'm in. I'm just like I'm writing down the lyrics and I'm thinking how I want to talk about this person that frustrated me. I'm not going to talk too much about the backstory to this, but I most certainly had someone in mind who at the time I was just directing a lot of my frustrations at, but not to them directly. I try not to do that, but to this song. So it is actually really cool to listen back, and I can almost feel the 2018 Honeychile getting their anger out on the page and then later on into the mic. So the song, the first half, is really just bass and voice. The vocal harmony, like a lot of stuff I do, I love vocal harmony, if you couldn't tell. But the vocal harmony is definitely carrying a lot of like the sonic and harmonic structure, the chord progressions all in the voices. I love that type of stuff. That is not new to me. So you can hear that for sure. And then what happens in the second half is I enlisted Jay's help to help me with that backbeat. And so I do some singing and some rapping in the first half, but the second half is strictly rapping. And so I was like, well, it'd be cool to do a full transition and have this be just like straight bars. What I liked about how I performed this is that the first half is a very confident Honey. This person is saying, I am 110% sure that I don't want you in my life anymore. Yeah, that rhymed. But then I reach this point in the second half, I deepen my voice. So my voice is at this register. It almost sounds like it's at this register because maybe I have a few regrets. I don't know. Like it's nice listening back to these things because I'm thinking about it now 6 years later and thinking about like how I would interpret this if this were a song by another artist and not a song that I wrote and performed or recorded and all of that. So it is cool to hear me kind of take this like lower tone, but I almost sound like I'm kissing the mic, like I'm right up against the mic, like I'm pleading, and you could hear that in the lyrics too. I say, I've been trying to figure out how to like come to terms with saying goodbye. The song ends with please don't make me say it, and then that eerie goodbye, goodbye, good, like that detuned, pitch down goodbye, goodbye comes back in. So it ends on a note of maybe me not feeling so sure about this decision that I've made. So that's really cool to hear. And I'm a sucker for juxtaposition. I'm a sucker for like how the lyrics and the music can work together to tell a story. So to summarize, first bit, the main chunk of the song, I'm like confident, bluesy, jazzy, diva. I have kicked your butt out that door, no looking back. And then the second half, I'm really this person that's like, damn, I don't know if what I did sits right with me. And the fact that it ends on that note is so me. Like, if you know me personally, closure is like, if I don't receive closure, you and I could, have the most tumultuous relationship, and I'm still gonna try to find a way to like get in there with you and be there with you. That's just the type of person I am, and then I think the first part of the song, with that in mind, is like a very aspirational Honey. Somebody that's like working toward being this person where once I've made up my mind, that is it. But then it's like kind of like expectations versus reality. The reality of it is that I'm still a person that's like, I feel the vulnerability and I feel the sadness and I feel the frustration and anger that's still there. But right now, the sadness of the moment is certainly taking over. There is a lot more that I could say. This is a series called Say More, of course, but I do want to try to keep these videos pretty short. So I do want to leave it at that. And let y'all, know and invite y'all to, if you're hearing anything that you're curious about, throw a comment in the comment section. Y'all know it's YouTube. Y'all know where these things are. And if you would like to revisit Goodbye, I will have the link, as I always do, in the description below. But we will cap it off at that. Thank you all so much for joining this journey. I can't wait until next week's song, episode 9, coming next week. We're just going to keep these things rolling, and I will see you there. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I had to do it. All right, see y'all.